You can't say shush. We need to know if there's sound. Oh.
I'll talk.
Oh, there's sound now.
Oh, I hear
Hear
you.
it
Is
now.
there sound?
Yeah, there's sound now.
Okay, everyone, welcome.
The gimbal quit though.
Welcome to LaRose Show Horses Live. LSH Live. Unfortunately, Jeremy couldn't make it tonight, so I will be taking over. I'm going to be breaking down the showmanship pattern for all of you people. This is my horse. Has no name yet. And, yeah. So let's get started. Help me, Jeremy.
Help me. Help me, help me, help me. All right. So we're going to go as long as the gimbal stays alive.
Might want to hold it, Mom.
The new iPhone is very heavy.
Did you guys like my introduction?
The new iPhone is very heavy and very quirky. A lot of strange problems that it has.
1 second.
1 second for what?
Can you hear us now?
I heard people say there's sound now. Might want to refresh that page. You might close that and open it back up. So yeah, so the new iPhone, very heavy. We have a new gimbal coming on Monday, and then hopefully this whole setup will be complete. So,
I think we're good.
awesome,
Yes.
very
Yay.
good. So yeah, so new gimbal coming, new mic is on right now. Hopefully there's no wind noise. Let me know if there's noise.
It's a huge mic. I wish you guys could see
And
it.
I will punch the wind as hard as I can because it makes me mad.
I do have sneakers on.
She got her running shoes on today. So we're gonna go over the Show Your Heart Out patterns. For those of you who didn't catch them, our live stream on the couch yesterday and today we went over the patterns and we talked a lot about how we're gonna have no horses when you practice patterns. It's not up to our horse to know the pattern, it's up to you guys. So I wanna make sure that you guys know how to set up a pattern and how to go about maneuvering this and figuring out where you're gonna be here at home. So I'll run you through what our practice would look like,
Woo, woo.
and we can go from
Show
there.
up on Patreon.
Awesome, welcome to
We
the team.
are 100 and Natasha.
Perfect.
We are 100 away. We are 8 people away.
8 people away.
Like, it's insane. So we're
Yes.
super, super close.
From those Spurs of Harris
So
Spurs.
that is really, really exciting.
Yes.
We are pumped.
Watching from Maine, Kelly, what's up? Fiona, Delaney, Kim, Genevieve, Megan, Mary, Cole, what's going on, guys?
Hello, everyone.
Perfect. So yeah, so if you didn't catch our morning streams, we've been doing those in the morning now because the barn hours got changed. So now we're riding in the evenings. We're going live in the mornings. So all of our morning chats will be there. A lot of new people at night versus the morning
Yep.
because of the time differences. We lose all of our California people if we go live in the morning.
Yeah, we do.
Right? Although we did catch some people
And
from New
in
Zealand.
Australia, we use. JoJo came on though. She set her alarm for 3 a.m.
Yeah, so our New Zealanders and Australians, they
The sound is great.
dedication.
Yay, no wind.
Perfect.
You should see our mic. Our mic is
It's
insane.
huge. It's huge.
Yeah.
So what we'll
It's like
do?
a little squirrel tail, or bunny tail, I should say.
It's a dead cat mic. For those of you in the know. Dead cat
At
mic.
least it's soft.
So
It's
then
3 a.m. there.
it's 3 a.m. there right now. Yeah, it was at 3 a.m. there where Natasha is in New
What?
Zealand. Yeah, in New Zealand. It's crazy, right? So then what we'll do, if you guys didn't catch it on the LaRose Show Horses training discussion group, in that group we put up a Google form for everybody that wants to send in a video to get critiqued.
Yep.
So what it'll do now is it'll collect all of the responses into a spreadsheet. Much easier for us to find them all. So all of your video submissions, and you can
I
either
wonder
send us a
if I can
YouTube
put
link
it
right
here.
there, or you can send us or you can upload the video right there. So you can upload it directly to my Google Drive, and we can go that way. So either YouTube or my Google Drive should be much easier for everybody. It's a one spot,
LaRose discussion.
way easier. LaRose Horses discussion group, or training discussion, yep.
Can I just put like the tag in there?
Accept. Maybe. There's up top. It's an announcement, it's up top. Up there, yep. No, not like that. Not like that. There you go.
Copy link.
There you go. There you go. She's on big things. She's putting in work.
Paste.
Good, and that'll go to YouTube as well. That's a long link. So
There it is.
Perfect. There's that long link that Mason just shared. That is the Google form to submit your videos so we can critique them.
Yep. Because we lost a lot of videos. They just kind of got.
They get lost in the
we
shuffle.
got too many.
And then my messages get all clogged up and we can't find anything and we're talking to too many people at once and we want to help as many people as we can. So it'll be much easier if you guys just send them in the spreadsheet, put them in there for me, way faster.
Yeah, be much faster.
Yep. Didn't anticipate so many people viewing and sending videos in.
No.
Which
it
is
was
awesome.
crazy.
We're not complaining, but
No.
we just needed a better system. So here we are. Here we are.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Hang on, Kel.
Oh,
Earthquake.
we are.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. So Kel's gonna be behind the wheel today. A lot of dedication
Literally.
behind the wheel because our gimbal says too heavy. Our gimbal needs to lift some weights.
Yeah, we need to get a stronger gimbal.
Stronger gimbal. That will be coming. That'll be Monday. Monday morning we'll do that.
Yep, Monday we'll do that.
So hang on for the ride until then.
What
It'll be along
what
for the ride.
pattern do you want?
All right, so we're gonna go over the Show Your Heart Out. We'll start off with the novice showmanship. I think is the one I had planned.
Show your heart out. This one?
Sure, it's a good one to start with. All right, so Show Your Heart Out virtual horse show series. You guys can see the pattern on there. You guys can show them there if you want.
Here.
Yep. There you go.
Just sit it there for a minute.
So here is the pattern that we'll be running. Start at A, back 4 steps. Let's say 180, walk to the judge, set up, when dismissed, 90, trot out, stop at B. Right, is that
Perfect,
what it
yep.
says? Yep. Is this set up correctly? Let me see the pattern.
I don't know, but I don't like doing the showmanship run.
This is not the one I had set up, but that's okay.
Jeremy, I forgot my steps.
Oh no. You better practice while I'm not looking, because I'll be upset if you can't figure it out.
To be honest, I kind of forgot. I did a walk off today.
All right, so for those of you that are new, those of you guys that are new to our channel, I'm gonna move this over a little bit.
Let
Grab
me
that phone, move it
practice
over,
off
Macy.
camera.
Macy, grab that phone, move it over.
Oh.
Thank you.
I'm trying to practice.
For those of you guys that are new to our channel, what we do is we have very particular steps that we want to have for our showmanship so that they are repeatable, all right? So we want our steps to be repeatable infinitely, always, so that you can do this without a horse, right? It is not important for our horse to know the pattern. It's important for our rider and our handler to know the pattern, okay? So you're going to start out, A's going to be on this side of you, on this side.
This side?
And you're going to start out by backing 4 steps ahead. Okay?
Okay.
All right, judges down here, B's over there. We'll make her trot a little longer.
No.
Ha.
How do you like the back to go this way?
Uh-oh.
Forgive Macy, she knows not what she does.
Like I said, I don't like showmanship.
Not a showmanshipper. All right, so we'll start out, we'll go be right here. All right, so it's going to be back 4 steps at A. So, what I want my exhibitor to do right away, okay? So Cal, if you want to come with me. What I want my exhibitor to do is I want her to draw her eyes up here, all right? Draw your eyes along this line, draw your eyes over there. Visualize this pattern, all right? Super important for our exhibitor to visualize the pattern as we go along. So she's got to know where her steps are going to be to come to me, all right? Very important that she gets that part figured out, okay?
Do you want me to try to put it all in here?
No, you don't have to. Just track Macy.
Okay.
Yep. Alrighty. Everybody wish Macy luck. And
Wait, how do you do the back? What do I do?
okay.
So you do like step, step?
Yes. Yep. Just like that.
Okay.
So
then
4 steps and 180. So you're gonna go here, step. Yep. Good. Look at her go. She knows showmanship. She's queen. Gather your horse up to move off. No, no, no. Now, if she does that right there, if she goes to just swing a leg off, right here, she's finished her pivot. If she just goes like this, she's leaving her horse behind, all right? So we want to make sure that she gathers her horse up. It's going to be here,
Oh yeah. Yep.
here, here. All right?
Yep. For
Yep,
sure. For show.
For sure like that. All right, so give us a 3 steps to walk off from there. 1, no, no, no. Again, so we're not giving that horse a chance, right? So we want to be here, step, step, step. Always left, right,
I
left.
thought I did that.
No, you went like this.
Okay.
And this is an awkward
Step,
position.
Step, step.
All right. Now the reason why I'm so particular about that is because if she goes right here, you guys can watch how my position changes. I'm like this. Look, where am I at?
Coming
You
forward.
see how I'm leaning forward, right? So I want to push myself through showmanship, not pull myself through showmanship.
For sure.
So the difference is if you come from here, you close your pivot, you come like this. Look at the difference. Okay? So lead with your toes, like this, toes in the air, not toes down. So always adjust your steps so you can finish here like this.
Okay.
Very different position, very different line here versus this.
Yeah.
And you're guaranteed, unless you're doing this, which is super awkward, right? This is very uncomfortable. So in order to keep your line straight, you have to be standing like this, which nobody's gonna do. So solve that whole problem entirely by coming here, off.
For sure.
For sure. All right. So let's see what that looks like.
Step, step, step.
Perfect. Do you feel the difference?
Yes.
Yes.
Where do I go?
So we're here. That's where the judge is going to be. So go ahead and set up. Good. So she sets her horse up. She takes a step back. She shows her horse. So here is all on the horse, right? So now as an exhibitor, I want to not notice you, all right? So for me to judge her, I'm going to walk around her horse right here. I don't want to notice her at all. Now this cone doesn't exist, so we'll move this. That cone is not there. So here, I don't want to notice her. So when you do your step and you cross over, I don't want to notice you over there, right? This part's all about your horse, okay?
I need to cross over.
So we're going to do our quadrants. So she's going to come across. 1, 2, 3 together. Good. She trips over her foot. That's good. She comes across with me. 1, 2, 3 together. And see, you end up with that nice 45 degrees to your horse's shoulder. All right. So that's what we're always trying to create here is that 45-degree angle. In our steps, if you guys have been following along with our showmanship, that is easily done if you do it our way. All right. So she comes across. 2, 3 together. Good. We're going to go ahead and finish the pattern. Go ahead, 1, 2, 3, together. Good, go ahead and finish. So you're going to 90, and then trot out, and stop at B.
Okay, and then step, step,
Yes.
step.
Good, perfect.
Yeah!
Perfect. All right, very good. Go ahead and go back to the start.
Oh no.
So this
feel
is
so
how we
awkward.
practice, right? This is how we practice. We're going to do this a whole lot of this, until she is very comfortable and can do this pattern in her sleep, right? So, go ahead.
Back.
Yep. Yep. Good. So a little hesitation when she went to back up there. We're going to get that out of there before this is all said and done. Good. Good.
Oh, I feel so awkward.
Good. Very nice. Very good. Set up. I see it. It's nice. Don't pop. Just step back. A little presentation. No thrusting. Once you set your horse up. No thrusting. Okay, good.
I'm ready.
Over across step together. I like it. Over across step together. Good. And see, I like how she checks her horse before she checks me. So you see her as she crosses over, she's checking her horse's legs. So we always go hock, eye, judge. Right? So when we cross over, when she comes across here, she steps across, hock, horse's eye, judge. Why do we check the hock, eye, judge? Because I want to know if that horse is resting a hind leg, right? If he's stepped out of his pivot somehow, or his setup somehow, he's resting a hind leg. I want to check his eye to know if he's doing this on me, right? If he's not paying attention, we can fix that, and then we go look at our judge, right? And that helps you too because you're not staring down your judge. You're not making that awkward eye contact where you guys are just stalking each other as you run across here, right? We're all
You start giggling and it's so awkward.
yeah, we're all just stalking each other as we go across. Good, go ahead and finish up.
Pivot.
Yep. So you see how really solid footwork here. Really good footwork now. Nope.
Oh, gosh.
Just as I said something. So come back.
No.
Do that part again. Give me this pivot to a trot off again.
Pivot.
Good. Good. Nice. Very good. Go ahead and go back.
Yay.
All right, so now, that's Macy's personality, right? Macy's personality, very clean, very elegant, very classy.
Thank you.
So, what we want to do, show me a driving pattern. Show me an aggressive pattern.
Jimmy, no.
Are you sure enough?
That's not my personality.
Are you sure enough in your footwork to give me an aggressive pattern?
No.
Let's see it.
Okay, 1 second.
Look how uncomfortable it is going to be,
It's
right?
so cold.
So someone asked me, what style of showmanship would I like to see? Right? Someone had said, is the aggressive style better than the classy style, the clean style? Right? If I'm watching this, I'm going, okay, well, let's try it the other way. And if it's not comfortable for our exhibitor, it's never going to look good. Right? So go ahead and show me an aggressive pattern. Go ahead.
Oh gosh, wow.
Yep. Good. Set up. Cross over.
Okay, what's that? I'm setting up.
Okay.
This is really uncomfortable for me.
Cross over. Cross over. Cross over. Cross over. And finish.
Okay. Run, 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 run.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we picked up the pace at the end. The end is much better than the beginning.
That's hard.
The beginning is very awkward, but so try it yourself, right? Try it yourself and see what style matches your personality. So go ahead and go back and give me a crisp, clean, just solid performance, all right? No major mistakes, right? We had some errors right there. Those things stand out to me watching this. Show me just elegant, crisp, and clean. Okay? Go ahead.
That's a lot out of me.
I know. For a girl that doesn't do showmanship. So when we do showmanship, as she goes through this pattern, we're going to get our metronome going. Tick, 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 tick. Step, 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 step. She's falling behind just a little bit. Step, 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 step. Perfect. Very good. So now, notice how the more she's run that pattern, the more comfortable she's gotten running it.
Yeah.
Right? Now it's kind of like, oh, I know exactly where I'm going to be. I have all my major landmarks. It makes patterns so much easier. All right? Now, if you look at the tracks in the dirt, she's hitting about the same steps every time. All right? If you were really good at this pattern, if your steps were 100% accurate, on point, what you could do is step along there and have one set of footprints through the dirt, right? Because if I had one footprint that landed here, and every time I stepped off, I landed that same spot, right? You would have one definitive footprint right there, right? What I want to find are, do I step here sometimes? Do I step here sometimes? Do I step here sometimes, right? Or is it one defined track, okay?
This is a defined track.
Yep, perfect, perfect. Go ahead, run it one more time for me.
Okay.
Good, so this is how we get our exhibitors comfortable with the flow of a pattern, all right? My horse does not need to know the pattern. What he needs to know is, I better watch what she's doing. She's leading this dance. I don't want him to know the pattern, so we're gonna let her lead. Now, in order to do that, she has to be very confident where she's going, all right? So go ahead. Now go ahead and start over because I didn't like how she stepped off there. That wasn't sure enough for me, all right? So what I want to have Macy do instead, to get better at what you're doing, let's add a piece to it. So instead of stepping gingerly over there, because I saw her go like this and she was like, all right? And it wasn't sure enough. So now I want you to stomp over there. Every time you go to set up like that, I want you to stomp over there. There you go. There's a sure footprint, all right? So every time, go ahead and come back. Good, perfect. Come back over here. So I want you to own your ground, right? When you do a pattern, I want you to own the arena, own your pattern, all right? So go ahead and step over there. Yep. Good. Go ahead and back up. Go ahead and come back.
Okay.
Good. Go ahead and step over there. Yep. Good. Good. And close your turn. Stomp it. There you go. Come back.
Okay.
All right. So now I want you to step across there normally. Do you see how much more confident? Small change, way more confident in what she's doing. Go ahead.
Okay.
Finish it up. Good, good, good.
We keep going?
Yep. Let them see. Sam Heimster said, how many times were you my horse, Macy?
No. Sam, I need you. I feel so awkward without you.
Sam, come on out. We need your help.
Please help me.
Good, good.
I was gonna do my
Yep, go ahead. Good, perfect, perfect. All right, so let's do a little harder pattern.
Okay.
Okay? So now we're gonna do this one. Go ahead and show them this one.
Okay, this is the next one.
And what one is this one?
This is the Showmanship Children Senior. So this is in the open, right?
This is the not novice, children, and senior, I think.
Yep.
So correct me if I'm wrong, this one is the judge's halfway, right?
Yeah.
Macy's like, I don't know how to do patterns.
I don't know how to do patterns.
Okay. Let's move this over here. So yeah, you can ask Sam. She'll tell you all about us doing patterns. She went through lots of this. This is how we practice for the Pinto World.
Yeah.
Right? This is how we practice for the Congress. This is how we practice for the World Show, Pinto World, everything what you do.
Jeremy needs a bunch of clients who like showmanship. So if you like showmanship,
If you guys like showmanship and you want to win something,
Send
let's
your
go.
horse out and Jeremy will help you because this is not my cup of tea.
I love showmanship. Love patterns. All right, so this pattern we talked about how. Yep. We talked about how I wanted you guys to be able to find your lines in your arena. All right, so I'm gonna make. That's probably okay. I'm not gonna make it bigger.
So walk or trot to be back up.
Back to even.
Trot to judge. There's a lot of trotting. It's all trotting.
Oh yeah.
I hate trotting.
Oh yeah. All right, so now what we're gonna do as an exhibitor, okay? You're standing at cone A. So cone A is on your left, so you're right here. And the judge will be over there, so you can cross over. All right, what I want my exhibitors to do is have a strategy when you get to this cone. That way you're not dazing off, you're not being nervous, because you have a focused plan that you have to execute, all right? So all of my exhibitors, I wanna watch their eyes, okay? I wanna watch Macy's eyes, I wanna make sure that she looks out over there, then she looks to her judge, then she looks back to the middle. And that's where she wants to back up. So she's gonna pick a point in the dirt right here, all right? Okay, so now we're gonna test this out. Go ahead, Macy, and just walk this and tell me where halfway is.
Like, without looking at the cone?
Without looking at the cone. You can look at that cone, but don't look at that cone. We don't care about that cone. Just tell me where halfway is. That's halfway? Go ahead and make a line in the dirt. All right, so now we're gonna check it. We're gonna test this, okay? So Kelly, you wanna come on me? So we start right here and we go 1, we can step, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strides to the middle, okay? Then we want it, we're picking halfway between there and there, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strides to the end, perfectly in the middle. That's what we want, right? So she is picked perfectly in the center of those 2 cones. That's a skill, that's an art that you want to develop as you work through patterns, all right? Knowing where the middle is. And that has nothing to do with that cone down there. That just has everything to do with Macy walking out here confidently and saying, I'm in the middle now, all right? That's what we want to have. So I want to have someone that can confidently say, this is the middle.
Did I get it?
You got it, perfect. Crushed it.
Crushed it.
Oh yeah. So now, what we want to do is we're going to have a back to the middle. So now look out there. So look out straight ahead. Go to your judge. Go back to the middle. Do you see that point? That's where you're going to back to. That's where your horse's hind feet have got to be when you finish backing. All right? So now keep that in mind. That's a hind foot of my horse has to be right there. Where will you be then?
I'll be here.
Ahead of the middle, right? Perfect. So you're going to pick a point.
It's probably being a peanut's length.
That's probably right. So you're going to pick a point that your horse's hind feet are right here, because you're going to do a pivot then. You're going to trot to your judge, right?
Yep.
Perfect. All right. So we're here. We're going to go ahead and get started. But first things first, we want to feel the judge over here. Now, she picked the middle. Has nothing to do with feeling the judge over there, right? Nothing to do with that. So what we do when we start to teach this, we talked about how this is a maneuver, right? This is a skill that you have to have, is where's that cone next to you, all right? So go ahead and walk back down there. And I want you to walk up and walk, keep your eyes locked straight ahead. That's good. Eyes locked straight ahead, arms in showmanship position. You're gonna walk until you're even with this cone, okay? Stop when your shoulder's even with this cone, all right? Yep. Eyes straight ahead, no side eye. Good, fairly simple, right? Fairly straightforward, very good. Now we're gonna move this up and out a little bit. So the further out I go, the higher the degree of difficulty. So now walk until you're even with that cone. Now, Kel, if you wanna get it lined up, don't move.
Shoot.
Shoot. All right, so we're a little off, right? We're a little bit off. So now we're gonna make it a little bit harder. So Kel, you can come even with me.
Oh,
And we're gonna walk until we're even with this cone. Not bad, not bad.
My
Very
toes
good.
are even.
Your toes are even, yep. So we just keep increasing the degree of difficulty as we go until Macy can feel that cone next to her. So now, you're gonna look across, look out, draw that line across. Come back, go to you, go out.
Okay, I'm ready.
Go ahead. A little early.
No.
Yeah.
I'm dead
Kel's the
on.
law. Come this way, Kel. There's straight across. All right?
Straight on.
No. You're a step.
I'm straight on, you guys.
You're a step off.
Mom, I'm straight on.
We'll move it back over.
I'm sad.
All right, come on over even with me, Kel. Straight across. Straight across.
More?
Yep. There you go. That's better. Okay, go ahead, Mace. And actually go back. And I want you to trot and stop up there.
No. Okay. I couldn't even get to walking once.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Real early.
I'm not early.
Real
Mom,
early.
I'm on.
Way early. There you go. All
I'm
right,
not
go.
Jeremy.
See how we increase the degree of difficulty, right? So start with this at a walk, move up to a trot, and then go from there. So now, go ahead and back until you're even with that cone.
What cone? This one?
That one, yeah.
Okay. I'm back. Myself?
Your horse's hind feet.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So now, for the audience purposes, we'll make it you even with that cone, back until you are even with that cone. Good. So, Kel, if you want to make sure you're straight across, let's go ahead and put this one here.
Sorry for all the movement, guys. It's hard without that gimbal.
Yep, we're here. Good. Go ahead and back until you're even with me.
Me?
Yeah.
Myself?
Yourself, yes.
Myself?
Yourself. Bring your shoulder even with me. Good, good, good. Awesome. Let's come back over here. Let's go a little further out. And now you're going to back until you're even with me and Kelly. So right where the middle. There you go. There you go. Get in there. Get that back up done. Perfect. Perfect. Now Kel's a little behind there. That's very good.
It might be
so
higher,
now,
okay.
that's the skill that you have to have
Both
in
shots.
order to do this pattern well, right? The ability to back your horse in so you're even with something across, right? So what she's doing in this pattern is she's saying that we have a little four, all right? So we're gonna go bring that back over here. Okay. So this pattern has a little four to it, right? So we're gonna go straight out. So we're standing at the cone, we're looking straight out. Straight out there, back to our judge, back across the middle. Got your point? Go ahead.
How does it go?
So you're gonna cross over, you're gonna trot to B.
Trot to me?
Yep.
Okay.
We're gonna stop down there. We're gonna back halfway to A.
Scoopy scoop?
Yep.
Okay. Wait, halfway to A?
Yep. Horse's hip,
Okay,
right? Horse's hip.
here we go,
All right,
here we go.
all right, all right. Good. So backing halfway to A,
Scoopy scoop. Myself or my horse's butt?
your horse's hip, right? Because you're gonna pivot. Now you're gonna do 270 and trot to the judge. So we can imagine this horse getting crunched right there a bit, right?
I'm way off. I'm way
Yeah.
off.
You just cut this down way too far. So your circle started out really good, right? Your horse hip's in the right spot. So when you started this turn, you're coming around. This
Yeah,
looked really good.
Yeah, I need to go
But then
around
you
more.
got to finish your circle, right? So we would say if Macy had a horse, because she didn't walk a complete circle, right? What she did right there was pinch your horse.
Yeah, right.
So you pinched your horse, so what's that horse gonna do? He's pivoting around really nice right here, and now she crunches him, he's gonna step out, right?
Sorry, horse.
So do you see how that's a full circle that I make right there?
Yeah.
The way that I know it's a full circle is because I step, my feet are straight to the line right here, straight to the arena. I'm gonna go 90 degrees right here. Together means that's a 180. See how my feet are now pointed straight to the arena down there?
Oh, sure.
So now when my feet get pointed straight over there, that's another 90, right? So I come here, step, 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 another 90, all right? Then I come over here, step, 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 another 90. Then I come straight to the judge. Trot to judge. Now, are you a little off to that cone?
My horse is in.
Bingo. Good answer, good answer. So she said, yes, I'm a little off to that cone, but my horse is not. Don't bring yourself to the cone, bring your horse to the cone, right? Bring your horse to the judge, not yourself. If you focus on bringing yourself to the judge, right, then you're going to be crooked. Your horse is going to be off and you'll stop crooked, okay? Good. Go ahead and give me a 90-degree turn.
Everyone okay with it?
I don't know. And give me a trot away. Good, good. All right, let's come back. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's see some pep, huh? Let's see some step. Let's see some confidence.
I want to see you do this.
I want to see you own this pattern.
I want to see you do this. Okay.
So begin at A. Go ahead. More,
I
more.
feel like go right into it, right?
Yeah, yep. I don't like it already.
I'm giving
Go.
myself
Good.
trot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So come back, because I don't like the way you trot off. So this is me critiquing my client, right? Me critiquing you guys at home. This is how we're gonna know, why doesn't my horse trot off, right? Why does he lag when he trots off? Because Macy takes one step, and then she starts trotting, right?
I gotta trot right away.
You gotta trot right away.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I just can't do showmanship.
So you're pushing off the wrong leg. You come across here, you come around, right? You're pushing off the wrong leg.
Step, step. Trot now?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. Accelerate. Get your pace set, right? We talked before in the horsemanship earlier today, we don't want to build to our trot, right? I want to have my pace set right away. Don't accelerate as you go.
Big full.
There's the first 90. There's the second 90. And here's the third 90. Good. Much better. Trot to the judge. Good. 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 90.
90?
Yep. And trot out. There you go. Figure it out. Push. There you go. There you go. Good, good. Go ahead and come back.
Okay.
So this is how we practice patterns, right? You do not need a horse to get very good at a pattern.
No,
right?
I suck.
You can get really crisp, really sharp at a pattern without having a horse. Do not need a horse.
Again?
Good. Go ahead. Push. Go.
Okay, I feel like I just like get like
Yeah.
this.
So you're here. You're on this side of your horse. You're gonna go. Gather your horse up
Okay, that makes sense.
and go. Right. So you're gonna really drive off that leg. You're gonna kiss when you do it. Good. Good. Good.
Is that better?
That's better. Good. Much harder stop.
What am I doing?
Where are you going? There you go.
This is why I don't do patterns. I forget everything.
More pace. More pace. There you go. There you go. Drive. Push. Come back. So there, again, our horse would be left behind, right? He's going to walk that. He's not going to trot. I want to make sure that he pushes off. Good. Good. Good stop. 90. Give me a hard trot away. There you go. There you go. Good. All right. Nice job. Nice job. So you see how you got to be able to find your landmarks. You out of breath?
Yes.
All right. Good. So we can work on a lot of things here, right? We can work on our footwork. We can work on our pacing, okay? We can work on making sure that we're very confident across this pattern.
Yeah, it takes a while.
It takes a while. It takes a couple runs,
It's
doesn't
weird
it?
not having a horse next to you.
The more you do this, the more comfortable you'll get, the more you'll realize I don't really need a horse, right? Because the time that it takes to teach you this pattern, right? To get you comfortable with this pattern, if we have our horse next to us, that horse is going to be learning bad habits the entire time, right? So we're going to be teaching that horse bad habits the entire time that you are trying to learn the pattern, not your horse, right? That's you trying to learn the pattern. So do that without him. You don't need him to do that, right? So make sure that you have your horse to where he's going off, right? And he's following where you're going because you're very confident about it, all right?
Yeah.
Because you're very confident about it. And Elizabeth, when we trot off from a standstill, if you're on the correct side of your horse, we're gonna lead. We're right here. We're gonna go step, step, and trot right here. All right. So that's leading with the right foot. That's my closest foot to my horse. All right. The crossover around is a little bit trickier. That's gets a little awkward. So you come around here, 2, 3, 2, 3. Make sure you gather your horse up, and I'm still gonna lead with my right leg most likely.
Yeah, that's weird to trot out of.
Yep, it's weird to trot out of that.
So much, you know?
Yep, it's just a lot.
It's more comfortable walking out of it.
Well, yeah.
Like when you go trot, you're like.
Yep. So make sure you get that foot set, because you want to avoid the twirl at the end.
Yeah, like that little twirl.
This one where you come across here.
Let's go, Charlie.
We don't want to whip through there. We don't want to whip through there too hard. Yep. So, so if we were coming across there, I'm always going off with my right leg closest to the horse, because that's got to be some strength, right? That's gonna have to be a power move. I want to push off there. I'm coming through to trot off. And push off that leg. Okay. So it'll be the outside. Push off the outside leg. Because if my horse doesn't go, I want to be able to push and really drive off there and drive him up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right? And I'm more balanced if I work across my diagonal like this. Right? I have all my momentum going forward. Right? So if you think about how you throw a punch, right? Punch comes from the back foot forward, right? So we're really punching across there. We're coming across, throw a punch across there. And follow that horse through. Okay? Good. So yeah. Good? Comfortable? Horsemanship?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll do horsemanship all day.
All right.
I don't need my lead rope no more. I gotta learn the horsemanship patterns though.
You want to do a horsemanship or you want to do the ranch riding? Ranch riding's a lot of running.
I'll do ranch riding.
You want to run?
Yeah, I'll run.
Okay. That's a lot of running.
Get in shape.
All right, so no cones for this, right? But we talked before, we talked yesterday. Now, we talked yesterday, earlier today. What day is it? We talked earlier today
Quarantine day.
About finding your middle, right? So I want you guys to know where the middle is. Where does the middle happen? Right? Now, so for ranch riding, you're taking cones away. Yes. I'm bringing cones over, you're taking them away.
I think you don't need no cones.
You don't. You don't.
He's
but
so
we're gonna.
confusing. The pattern. Yeah, the one that comes.
There you have it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That's what I was going for the entire time.
A side pass?
Yeah. Oh. Dang. So is that pretty close? That's pretty close. So again, a skill for a rider, an exhibitor to have, being able to judge where's halfway. Is this even? That looks pretty even to me. What do you think? Okay. So this pattern does not have cones, but I want you to have a midline set up. So what we do is we add cones until Macy has all of her marks set up, and then we take the cones away. All right? So I don't know this pattern off the top of my head, so you sell it to me. All right? I will call out what I see based on what she tells me. And as a judge,
I gotta figure out how this is set up real quick.
okay. You can go that way. No, you go. You walk this way, come around, side pass. Sorry, go away. Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna call out. I'm gonna narrate what she's illustrating, and we'll see if it matches what the pattern looks like. Okay? All right, so be ready at A.
Ready at A.
Okay. So walk off. Walk a corner. Extended trot. To the middle. Side pass right. Left turn, 360. Right turn, 360. Hesitate. Extended jog. Regular jog. Left lead lope. With speed.
Not speed yet.
No speed yet, then you better slow down. Okay. With speed. With speed. Lead change. Collect back to a regular lope. Around. Break to a jog. Stop. Fast back. Good, good, good. All right.
If they have water.
So, did you find your marks? All right.
Yep.
So now, if this was horsemanship, I'm going to worry about her form as she does all these maneuvers. All right. So where are her eyes? So now I want you to point and show me where your eyes are as you do this pattern. So we're going to come up here. So we talked earlier today about how I don't want a rider's head to snap into the pattern. All right. You should always be tracking your pattern at all times. So where her eyes should be is up here with me.
Is it trot and then low? Or is it extend low right out of the turn?
Trot, extended trot around the corner,
And then it low?
and then
Can't talk.
left lead, extend the lope to the very top of the arena. All right. So now I'm going to run backwards, and I'm going to be where her eyes should be looking. Okay. And I'll give you a couple exercises that we're going to do as we do that. All right. So I'm going to run the pattern backwards as she runs it forward. All right. You ready? So it's walk, around, trot. Okay. So this is where her eyes should be, right up here.
I'm gonna follow you in a turn.
So where should your eyes be? Right there. You're turning. Now you're going to take up your, what is it, trot? And then lope. And then extended lope.
Around the phone, Jeremy.
Whoops.
I'm out of breath.
Then lead change. And come around.
I feel bad for horses.
So do you see where her eyes should be the entire way through the pattern? Should always be ahead,
Oh boy.
right? Don't take your eyes off the front,
Yep.
all right? Look where you're going. Always be out there. Woo! Just running backwards.
I need water.
So now, we can run this again. We can walk this.
Walk-ins for the week.
So we're coming through. We're going to give her an exercise to work on while she walks to fix her eyes. All right? So go ahead. How many fingers?
1, 5, 2, 3, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 3. I don't know what that number is. 5, 1, 2, 2, 3, 0.
Just walk.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 5.
Good. Good. So if you have a buddy at home that you can do that with, it'll help you a lot.
Yeah.
So watching someone's eyes and having them call out where they should be looking.
Yep.
Whew.
I'm not out of breath. Yeah, you can run me again.
Not at all.
You can run me again. A little more than your walks at home, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put on the workout board.
This is right. That's right. So, couple exercises for you guys, finding stuff, finding your marks, finding your pattern, all right? So now what we would do is we would take these cones away.
Do you have a cone A or no?
Yeah.
You do?
Yep. So now that Macy has figured out where she's supposed to be in the arena, we'll take the cones away.
Oh!
So now, what I want her to do is I want her to look out, figure out where she's gonna be, have a plan. So now she can look out to where that cone was, find her halfway point, she's gonna build her pattern around that point. Okay? So you gotta know, you gotta be looking out here all the time to know where your middle's gonna be, to know where your halfway point's gonna be. Okay? Go ahead. So she's coming around, tracking the pattern. Horsemanship's a little sloppy here. There you go.
I just love you being horsemanship. There's rides like this, isn't it?
Yeah, you can. Kind of relaxed. Looks good so far. Got her points, got her figures. Her left shoulder's a little forward. Bring your right shoulder up. There you go. That way you sit square to where you're going. Good, leading.
I know, I crushed
Hit that
it.
right in stride. Good. Good, very nice. Very good. Woo! So now you get an idea of where your pattern's gonna be without cones.
It felt good.
Could you have done that without the cones at the beginning?
No,
Be way harder, right?
I would have cut that turn and it
Oh
was
yeah.
a mess.
So those ends are gonna be really easy to cut down, all right? Really easy to lose your way around the ends of the arena.
Took it too close, you're gonna see sweat.
Yep.
What
So
would you
making
have
sure
What?
What would you have cut down?
the
I
very
will-
end.
I would have like just
Yep.
like a little carrot.
Yep.
Cut right now.
Yep. So we want to make sure that you're using the arena, all right? And not cutting things down or shrinking things up when they shouldn't be shrunk up. And the cones are going to keep you honest in the beginning until you get comfortable with what that pattern feels like, right? So whether it's horsemanship, ranch riding, western riding, whatever, you need to be comfortable with that pattern before you get on your horse and you start getting out there and practicing with him, when again, you should be learning the pattern,
Yeah.
not your horse, all right? We don't want our horses to know the pattern, we want us to know the pattern.
Right.
We have to know the pattern, we direct them to the pattern,
Right.
right? So make sure that you're the one in the driver's seat all the time when it comes to your horse.
Yep.
Don't go out there and just let your horse lead you through it.
Right.
And you're gonna end up with that whenever you have a horse that, horse and rider combination that has practiced a lot.
Right. Yep.
Yep, absolutely. Good, whew, that's a lot of running.
I need water.
That's a lot of running.
I'm sweating.
Awesome, does that help, guys? Does that clear things up a little bit as to what you saw on the couch versus what you have now?
Yeah.
Hopefully, hopefully.
Get out there and run it and take a video for us.
Yeah, let's see you guys running your patterns before you send them in.
I'm sweating.
And these are for the Show Your Heart Out series.
Yep.
This is the, we did the showmanship, the horseman, or the, Showmanship and the ranch riding.
horsemanship. Oh, we didn't do horsemanship.
Yep, didn't do
We'll that
horsemanship.
later.
yep,
Yeah,
and the ranch riding.
the ranch riding.
So it's gonna be any pattern that you guys have. Practice it without your horse a bunch until you're comfortable with the flow, the timing, and the size of your pattern.
Right.
Then when you get to any arena, you get to your show arena, when shows open back up, you just scale that pattern based on the size of the arena,
Right.
right? So we're outside today, so we can scale this pattern up to a huge pattern.
Yeah.
But you could scale that down if we were trapped inside.
Yeah, for
And it
sure.
would be the same pattern, just in a smaller area.
It'd be a little bit tighter and technical.
So all we had to do when we go to the World Show, right? We went to Tulsa and we showed there at the Pinna World. We had the patterns in advance. All we had to do was go to the arena where it will be shown and practice the sizing in that arena and try to figure out, okay, what feels right
Right.
based on the size of this arena, okay? And we were pretty accurate, I would say. Like
Yeah,
where we
so-
practiced the night before was exactly where it ended up showing, and almost to the stride.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna take 4 steps, you're gonna stop and do that. But what you'll have as an exhibitor, what you'll have is you'll have an understanding of what's the timing and the general feel of that pattern.
Yeah.
All right. So when you get on your horse, you can say, okay, this feels about like I've trotted far enough. I've practiced this pattern a lot, right? Which is kind of the same thing that goes through your horse's head when he's done it a lot.
Right.
He goes, this feels like about how long I go before I lope off. I just don't want him to do that.
No, you want them
Right.
to go out there with like, I don't know what we're doing.
I don't know where we're going, because then we have that fresher look, right? If it looks like you're going through the motions, your horse starts to anticipate. And then what happens is, because you practice the pattern so much, he just rushes through the maneuver to get on to the next one,
Right.
all right? So he's gonna get that pattern over with as quick as possible. I wanna make sure all of my buttons work out in the practice arena, then I come out in the show pen and I work on my pattern with him.
Right. Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
And that'll be one of the first times ever that I practice the pattern with my horse, all right?
I
Awesome.
need some water.
You need water. Very good. You did great.
You did
Your showmanship look good.
okay.
Your hands are hot.
Don't touch me. I feel so sticky. Like my hat is like. Ugh.
And it's really kind of cool out here.
Your hands are very hot.
What do you expect?
You just did an Olympiad.
Yeah,
I did. I
exactly.
haven't worked out in months.
This is your 5K for the day.
It was.
So yeah, so that's what that's how we practice patterns, is how we set things up. Lots of little tidbits, little tricks that you can do to help you navigate a pattern, help you find the landmarks and find everything you're trying to do out there.
Yep.
Right.
For sure.
There's a few more little things that we can probably touch on, but that's the broad overview of how I go through patterns with my clients. All right. So that's where I said showmanship on its own is very basic, right? Yeah, the maneuvers that we're doing, what you saw with Enzo, it's very basic. So once you know the pattern and you have a horse that follows your lead and your footwork's always good, If your footwork's always the same, he knows what to expect. He knows where we're going next.
Yeah, I'd have to work on my footwork for a long time.
Yep.
Before I can actually do it with a horse.
Yep. Because that's the thing I tell people all the time is that your showmanship doesn't change just because you have a horse next to you. All right? You can have a horse, a cow, a cat, a person, right? It wouldn't matter what I have next to me. My footwork is not going to change. Okay? So that being said, I'm not going to let my horse change my footwork.
Right.
So what that means is if I have a little greener horse and I'm working on showmanship with him, my stops and backups are always going to look like this in the show pen. We're going to be moving, right? I'm not going to turn to back up and do some of these things, right? And creep on my horse and just kind of like plink along, right? We're going to be moving, we're going to be doing things, okay? I don't want to be kind of babying through showmanship, all right? My showmanship is the same no matter what, no matter what's going on, okay? So having your horse come with you, following your horse, push your horse through a pattern, drive your horse through the pattern. That's what we're looking for,
Yes.
okay?
Can I get some water now?
Yeah, you can get some water. That's it for us tonight. We got horses to ride. We got a time crunch.
Time crunch.
But we are 8 people as of the video today, as of this video. We're 8 people away from the Harris Spur giveaway.
Yep.
For our teammates on Patreon. So we are closing in on it. If you guys wait until the first, please sign up today.
Yes.
If you've already signed up today, welcome to the team. Welcome to the channel.
I'll message you guys when I get around tonight.
When you get your breath back.
Yeah.
And then I will be judging that Show Your Heart Out series, that horse show, Sunday and Monday, most likely.
Who should be live?
That will be live.
all
Yes,
day.
that will be live. So you'll be able to see us judge that. See
more
me
coffee.
judge that. Some coffee.
I'll be in the background painting.
Yes.
Luscious strokes.
Exactly. Hey Sharon, what's going on? So then tomorrow morning on the couch, we won't have any patterns to go over. So what we'll do is we're gonna go over user videos, right? So user submitted videos, we'll touch base with all you guys. That'll be our live on the couch tomorrow morning. So if you have submitted a video and we have not gotten to it, please submit it using the Google form on the training discussion group
Yes.
page.
Yes.
Please
I
submit it
put
on
it
there.
in the chat too if you can't
Yep.
find it on
Yep.
the LaRose discussion board group.
Yes, yes. Her brain's fried. She needs a drink.
I need water!
And then we'll go over them tomorrow morning.
Yes.
We'll dedicate like 2 hours to go over videos tomorrow. We'll go from there.
Bye
Perfect.
everyone, we love you all.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here tonight, guys. We'll see you in the next one. I'm Jeremy.
Amazing.
This is LSH Live. We love you guys. Stay safe out there.
Bye.
See you in the next one.
Water.